I just love being on the water just because everything else is gone. Everything else washes away. You know, you just kind of sitting out there, whether you're on a surfboard, a paddleboard, or a kayak, or on your bodyboard, or just laying on your back looking up. It doesn't matter. Just being part of that just makes you feel like nothing else matters. I'm Frank Scrocky, owner of Sleeping Bear Surf and Kayak with my lovely bride.
Hi, I'm Beryl Scrocky.
We own Sleeping Bear Surf and Kayak here in Empire, Michigan. Well, when we moved to Empire, we actually, you know, to start the shop, Beryl had this idea of starting this flip-flop shop here in this little community. We were out on the water all the time, kayaking, playing with our windsurfers, doing everything in the water. Nobody else was out there. And we just couldn't understand why. And so the idea started to form in our heads about, why don't we open up a shop? And Beryl had this idea, yeah, a flip-flop shop, you know, a flip-flop surf shop. That just sounds fun, let's do that. We got to bring some excitement to this town. And that's really the seed that kind of started it, and then the ideas started flowing. Before we knew it, we were in the midst of opening up a surf shop, and all these people started coming out of the woodwork that just said it's about time.
We're members of the Great Lakes Business Network, which was started in January of this year. And when we were asked to join, it was an easy answer, wanting to shut down Line 5. So we feel strongly about keeping the lakes clean, keeping the shoreline clean. And it's all part of taking care of what you love. And Lake Michigan's an amazing, valuable resource.
The biggest thing, the biggest asset we have in this shop is the relationships that we've built. It's by far, in a way, the biggest benefit of opening this shop. And it's not just the community here locally. I mean, it's people that come up here on vacation. You know, the families that would come up here and rent boards in the shop and take their kids out surfing, and they started when our kids were like, you know, wee little ones. And now they're all full-grown teenagers going to college, and they still come back. And Great Lakes surfing wasn't even a conversation people had 14 years ago. I mean, other than the small little tight community within this region. I think you hear about it all over the place now. We have our surf shop stickers down in Puerto Rico and in Costa Rica. You know, I mean, it's that kind of thing where Great Lakes surfing is known. People know about it. People are filming it. People are writing about it in magazines. Yeah, it's a thing. But the pictures, you see, you know, the photos are on the shop, and they're incredible photos. And you know, the gal who's taking these photos, Beth Price, you know, she wasn't into water photography. She got into this as part of her life's journey too, and now we've got these photos in here which really tell the story. People come in and they say, you can't surf Lake Michigan? No, they start looking around going, oh, where is this taken? And you look at it and go, that looks like Hawaii or California. I said, no, that's like Lake Superior. But that's Lake Michigan right out here on our beach. And yeah, people are pretty amazed. We care deeply about the lake and the shoreline. And the reason we opened the shop, and people say, hey, why don't you rent, you know, boats and jet skis and all this other stuff? Says, no. No, this is all about human power. This is about enjoying and immersing yourself in the lake and the environment out there on your own terms, you know, on the terms of the lake. Get out there with a pair of fins, or out there with a kayak or a boat, or your paddleboard or surfboard. And so creating that environment here and then passing that forward is what we want to do. Our kids, when we started this shop, it's funny, we've got a picture of them when we were up the road here. And you know, I think Annabelle's on Beryl's shoulders, you know, and Ella's down here like this, and Reese, they're just little kids, right? And to see them now, you know, it's like these guys have taken over.
Hi, I'm Ella.
I'm Reese.
I'm Annabelle.
So we're the children of the owners. We also, over the past few years, we've really started to kind of take over on like the sales floor, merchandising. We do a lot of the orders. Ella and I do all the surf lessons. So yeah, we do a lot around here.
When we opened the shop, I was 8. In 2004, so I would have been 8, Reese was 6, and Annabelle was 4. So over the years, we've gotten a lot more responsibility, but we've not only grown in the business aspects of this shop, but surfing has also become the #1 aspect of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And our entire lives are completely water oriented, and thanks to this establishment.
Like all of our closest friends are friends who used to come up in the summer. We started surfing with, kind of grew up in this whole lifestyle with us, and that's been an awesome thing to see. And we're still in contact with almost all of those people.
I mean, I look at all of the older dudes and girls that we grew up with from the shop as my older brothers and sisters. It's like a whole family has just sort of grown.
And I mean, you look at like how much the sport of surfing is growing too. I mean, this last season was pretty impressive for us. We moved a lot of surfboards. This past like 5 years or so, it's been really mainly stand-up paddleboards, and we've really just been seeing a huge boom in the surfing industry around the Great Lakes. I mean, I remember back like 10 years ago when we first started surfing, we'd go out to Frankfurt and we'd be in the lineup. It'd be like 4 or 5 of us. And now we go out there. If you go out to Frankfurt on a good day, there's like 50 people in the water. It's a huge amount of people that are enjoying the sport. And we're starting to see more and more like really talented surfers come up. It used to be that everyone was just kind of riding waves, you know. Now you're seeing people really start to try and push Great Lakes surfing towards what people are able to do on the ocean, and that's really awesome for me to see. And I would love to see that continue to grow.
This is the most extraordinary location to have been able to grow up in. And this business, having a responsibility, a physical responsibility to this place, brings us back together every summer.
It's hard to stay away from it. Like imagining a summer away from the shop and away from Empire and the family is almost impossible for me. Like that's a tricky thing to think of. Yeah, because this shop is every single day. It's kind of everything for us. Whether we're actually working, whether we're doing lessons, or we're just out on the water having fun.
So the store is 14 years old, and this is our 14th season. And it's a very small season as well, so it's only really June through August. And so it makes it difficult to spend a lot of time together as a family outside of the store. So right now we're trying to find that perfect balance of being able to play as a family and still maintain this business. And so our hopes and dreams for the shop is that it'll never die, but I know that we need to move forward in a way that we can still allow our family to play and enjoy those things that we founded this business off of.